Hey, my beautiful friends. Okay, so stoked to be chatting with you today about follow-ups and how to do the next step. So, if you've been following along with our new coach training, you have done a coming out post. You've done a coaching post. So, you've had a couple people who've liked it or commented on it, and it's kind of one of those like, what do I do now? Right? What do I do situations? So I'm going to give you all the thoughts about what to do next. Okay. So, first and foremost, I learned this invite from Ashley McClellan, my sister, my coach. I've been using it for years, and I know she has too. It's amazing. It works. Okay. So, if you want the wording 100% for it, ask your coach for it or look in the scripts that we have. Okay. But it's something along the lines of reach out to all those people who liked and commented on your video. And all you're going to say to them is something along the lines of, hey, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I like to type their name because I feel like it's a more personal message. Hey, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much for loving on my photo. It is so scary for me to be on this journey, or I'm so excited to be on this journey and I love sharing with other people, something along those lines, right? And then ask the question, are you just loving on my post because you're like the kindest human in the whole world? Or are you interested in learning more about what I do? And I literally use that wording for my coach posts and my transformation posts. So if it's a transformation photo, I'll say something along the lines of, or are you interested in learning more about what I do with my workouts and nutrition and mindset? And then I just leave it an open-ended question. Okay. So that they feel the need to respond, right? But I gave them an out. So if they're not interested at all, they can literally respond with, no, I'm just the kindest human ever. I think you're so inspiring. Keep rocking it, right? I literally gave them an out. So they can respond in one of two ways. I'm just being the kindest human ever, or actually, yeah, I really am interested, right? And I don't think I cannot think of one negative, mean response I've ever gotten to sending that message. That's why I love it so much. Have I gotten a few people who didn't respond or they just liked it or whatever? Absolutely. And if they just like it, I literally ask, does that love mean you want to know more about it? Right? Or something along those lines. Okay. But reaching out, letting those people know, I see you. Thank you for loving on this because I'm excited about it. Or that was really scary for me. Are you loving on me because you're like the best person ever? Or do you want to learn more? Right. And then just leaving it an open-ended question. Right. So there will be another video with wait, they said they want to know more. What now? Okay. So see the next video for that. But reach out to those people. Let them know you see them. Okay. Second thing that I want to chat with you about is basic follow-ups. Okay. So you'll hear it a million times in this business is that the fortune is in the follow-up. And that really is so true. Okay. And we get all up in our heads about I don't want to follow up with this person a million times because they're going to think I'm so annoying. Okay. I literally cannot tell you how many people, I'm almost 7 years into the business now. I cannot tell you how many people have come back to me and said, thank you for never forgetting about me. Thank you for never giving up on me, right? And I have people now saying yes that 7 years ago were saying no, right? And I'm not saying you're going to need to be a coach for 7 years to have people who say yes. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is sometimes we get up all up in our heads about following up with people and they're going to think I'm so annoying. No, they won't. And if they do think you're annoying, they'll tell you and they'll say, oh my gosh, you're bugging the crap out of me. Please stop messaging me. Please leave me alone. Okay. But if you show them with genuine love and purpose and passion and interest that you're not forgetting about them, that you're coaching them and following up with them and remembering them even before they're your actual customer, that plants a seed in their head of, I'm not just a conversation to this person. I'm not just a random spam invite. She's messaged me over and over and over and over again, not if they've never said, yes, I'm interested, please don't just spam them with a million invites. Okay. This is someone who said, actually, yeah, I am interested. Please tell me more. And then you have the conversation, blah, blah, blah. And then they come back with, actually, sorry, like life got crazy. My dad just died. I got really sick. My kid, whatever, car, finances, money, tight, blah, excuse, whatever. Okay. Those are, I'm talking about those people. Okay. You've had the conversation. They are interested and the conversation died, or for some reason, the timing wasn't right. Okay. Those are the people I'm talking about. Don't forget about them. Okay. So there are so many ways to follow up with them. Okay. And you can use so many different systems. There's everything from Teamsy to Google Streak to literally pen and paper to collections on Instagram. And if you're like, what the freak is she talking about? Okay. Ask your coach about what follow-up system they use. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have a more detailed follow-up video in this new coach training. Okay. But all you have to do is figure out some way that works for you. If you've heard of Teamsy, you're familiar with it, want to try it out, okay, cool, go for it. If you're like, I just love pen and paper, okay, cool, go for it. If you're mostly on Instagram, figure out Instagram collections, go for it. Whatever it is, just figure out your system and keep track of those people, okay? And follow up with them as often as, honestly, I'm a spiritual person and I like to follow up with them as often as I feel called to follow up with them. And sometimes that's once a month. And I try to at least do once a month, anytime I'm whatever, well, really twice a month, because I like to do once a month when it's like, okay, the month is ending, my group is starting, blah, 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 Beachbody words, okay? And I like to have at least one connection with them that has nothing to do with Beachbody words. I'm just commenting on their photo about how cute their dog is, or I'm just watching their stories and laughing at something they shared, right? Whatever it is, I like to have at least one connection that's not Beachbody related at all. And then one Beachbody, hey girlfriend, I haven't forgotten about you. I have a group starting on blah, blah, blah. I would love to work with you inside of my group. Are you ready? Okay. And always ending with that question so that it begs for a response. Okay. And not just leaving it with statements and not word vomiting all over them either. Just a quick, concise, girlfriend, I haven't forgotten about you. I have a group. This is when it's starting. Are you ready to rock? Okay. It's just like those 4 points. And literally, if it's those 4 sentences and that's it, sweet. Bada bing, bada boom. You can have the lengthy conversation after they've told you yes or no. Okay. So follow up with them. Keep track of those people in whatever system works best for you. Okay. Play with a whole bunch, figure it out for yourself. I personally, my favorite system right now is literally I have a tracker book that I've got printed and bound at Staples. And I like to just use the opposite page. One side is my tracker, the other side is blank. And I literally like to write the names down of the people of the conversations I'm having right now. That's it. Okay. I have Teamsy and I use that sometimes. I have Instagram collections. I use that sometimes. I have Google Streak. I never really use that ever, right? But that's really what works for me. Okay. So figuring out your system, just don't forget about those people and don't just follow up with them when you're trying to hit Success Club and when it's the end of the month and you're trying to make money and trying to fill a group and show these people you care about them more than just the Beachbody sale and the Beachbody group and the Beachbody workouts. Okay. I care about your dog. I care about the funny thing you posted. I care about your kids. Oh my gosh. You told me a couple months ago that you couldn't join because your dad just died. How are you doing? Right. And there's been so many times where I have like a reminder, follow up with so-and-so. And I just feel called. Don't say anything about Beachbody. Not yet. Not yet. And I literally just, how are you doing? How are you feeling? And it's one of my friends who her dad died, right? So following those inklings on your heart of how should I follow up with this person right now? Not being afraid to use those Beachbody words, because again, the fortune's in the follow-up. And if you never use Beachbody words, then guess what? You're gonna have no one in your group and it's not gonna be very fun group, right? But remembering to follow up with those people. And last thing I wanna say, remembering to follow up with your current customers too. Not just keeping track of only the hot conversations and the sales I'm gonna make and yay, these people might buy a challenge pack and oh my gosh, I'm gonna help someone, right? not just keeping track of those people, but also keeping track of the people who've actually purchased from you. Having a list right in front of your face at the spot where you sit down to work, or having some sort of reminder, whether you look at your customer list frequently or whatever, follow up with those people too. In your bod group, in your challenge group, however you run it, wherever you run it, don't forget about those people either, and actually help them get results, and have some sort of system, whether it's every 5 days, every 1 week, every 2 weeks, every once a month. Just, hey, I'm thinking about you. How are you doing? Right? And the fortune really is in the follow-up, because if you get good at remembering those people who haven't yet signed up and helping your people who have signed up and not forgetting about either of them, those are going to be your lifers. Those are going to be the people that stick around forever. Okay. I love you. I believe in you. Go send some cheerleader invites. Remember who wants more.